The great thing about training, in my opinion, is learning and growing. And I have learned that this amount of volume is not for me. So what we're gonna do, if you don't know, we're doing 70s Powerlifter by Bromley. We're using the Based Strength AI app to get us through that volume, that program. But it's not going too well. It's not going terribly, but it's going about as well as I thought it was gonna go in terms of recovery from the volume. So we are going to finish out this week, which will be towards the end of the block. This will be week 3. So we won't make it through a whole block, but I think I am better served switching to a more powerlifting specific program than trying to just bang my head against the wall. Sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, this program isn't for me. That doesn't mean it's a bad program. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me. Those two variables did not mesh to get us to a good program that's gonna yield good results on the road towards getting stronger. That's always got to be in the forefront. Are you getting stronger? Is the program serving your needs and getting you stronger? This one, not so much. I'm not able to recover from it. My week-to-week progress has been kind of dipping rather than increasing. Overall fatigue is just bad. So we're gonna hit the eject button, but we're gonna finish out this week and it'll give us a decent stimulus, right? So we're squatting today. The big thing about squats for me is I'm coming off of an injury in my ankle. So I'm not even able to do the 10 reps that the program asked for. I'm sitting around 6s and I'm not using a straight bar. So we're gonna do the best we can today. It's probably gonna be 3x6. I've got the Kabuki transformer bar, which mimics a little bit more of a low bar squat than the regular SSB. So we're gonna pick things up. So we got that, then we got belt squat, and then we got leg press, and then some accessories. So pretty good day, but that's the update. We got this, probably get this vlog, and then one more week, and then we're gonna move on to a different program. So if you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. Be on the lookout for an overview of the Based Strength AI app. It probably is already out by now. I'm filming this just for a little behind the scenes. I'm filming this in July, and you're probably watching this in the middle of September. But that's life, man. That by this point, I'll probably already have my baby. Wow, what a thought. Anyway, gonna get to training now. Thank you so much for watching these, man. It really means a lot to me that you hang out on the channel. If you're looking for strength community, you can join our Discord. It's in the description. Subscribe, all that jazz. Let's get to training, shall we? I will say one great thing about this program has been volume. Also has a crossover to cardio a little bit, but I think also it's just me being able to commit more to the cardio. I guess just the mindset of like, this is a volumizing program. This is a volume-based program. You're gonna need cardio. So whatever that did in my head to be like, okay, well now you actually need to commit to doing cardio. I don't know, that may not be transferable to everybody, but that's just how I feel. When I'm in like meet prep, my mindset goes to the only thing that's important is your 1 rep max or your competition. So I start to lose a lot of that peripheral stuff, which I need to be better about because I've felt a lot better coming into the gym with that base of cardio underneath me. Now it's nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm just doing incline walk. I'm just doing like a little bit after arm days and then one dedicated cardio day. So it's not like I'm running marathons, but it's enough to kind of give me that base of like not getting gassed out on sets of 6, 8, 10. Not getting gassed out towards the end of the workout when I get to my accessories so that I can give myself that little extra bit of push. So that's something. But that's probably just mindset. You know, I could bring that mindset to any program I do, basically. Man, it's so nice when the movements you do for rehab actually work. I've spent probably 8 weeks rehabbing my ankle, maybe 6, I don't know, I've lost track of time. But I haven't squatted with a straight bar probably since March. All that to say, the rehab seems to have worked. No pain in the ankle, feel strong, feel poppy once again, like feel bouncy. So, probably transition to a straight bar within the next 2 weeks, and we'll see if it carries over. I'm definitely expecting a little bit of strength loss, but probably more so due to like unfamiliarity with the movement. So we'll see. All right, probably last warm up. It's not a big, I think it's only like 340 for the working weight. It's a little low on my back. I have it on the low bar setting, so because of that, I have to grip the handles a little bit higher. But I still want like the pad to be across my rear delts rather than my traps, like I would with a traditional low bar. Just because it's on the low bar setting, I don't want to also be in a low bar position because then it kind of tips me back. It's kind of finicky with these specialty bars, but basically, if you're under the bar and you're doing good work, it doesn't really matter. Just do good work. Some weight. The belt is pretty loose. Felt good, felt easy. I'm taking it a little light. Don't want to re-injure the ankle at all. I'm not super concerned with my depth here. I'm really just trying to get a good lift in because there are so many external variables that are holding me back, or that were holding me back. Just squat the way my body wants to squat. We'll worry about getting depth back on point when we get back under the straight bar. Now it's just about building that work capacity and that tolerance back up. Two sets in, feel really good. Except for the fact that I probably lost like a pound and a half in sweat already. Oh my God. It's like 90 degrees at 9:30. Woo. This is the struggle, man. The struggle of warehouse gyms. I mean, it's worth it. But I definitely get my better training done in the winter. Fall and winter. So, you know, sometimes there's this like artificial machismo of like, oh yeah, training in the garage, man, it's 100 degrees, I'm sweating. It's like, yeah, that's cool for mental toughness, but you may be able to get a couple more reps, another set, better technique if the environment is more controlled. So there's pros and cons to each side. But this is my favorite gym in Georgia, so I'm coming here regardless. There you go. Sixes were definitely the right call. A decent amount of volume, but not crushing my ankle. Like I said, the program is written for 10s. So you better be ready for a lot of volume if you're gonna do this. One more, feeling good. Going right down the barrel for you perverts out there. Haha. more set. We made it. 4 sets, no ankle pain. You'll love to see it. Moving on to a literal lifesaver when I was hurting, or when my ankle was hurt, the belt squat. I hope and I pray that you are going to a gym that is quality enough to have a belt squat in it, because it is one of the best implements for getting more squat volume. It's very similar to a squat pattern without the carryover to the upper body. So if you're like me and you're a low bar squatter, a lot of times we can get messed up shoulders, elbows hurt, just uncomfortable in the upper body, but our legs have not really gotten the volume that we need to continue to make progress. Enter the belt squat. No upper body involved. We can do pretty much the same loading parameters as a squat. It's not as unstable, but it is as close to we can get machine-wise to what it's gonna feel like to actually squat, at least with the lower body. So I'm gonna walk you through the belt squat, my protocol for the belt squat, because there's a couple ways that you can get this movement wrong. First and foremost, I like to have these plates. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but I've got big kilo rubber plates down there so that I can get a little bit more range of motion. Also, I like to go all the way down to the bottom of the belt so that I can actually fit in the thing. I'm a bigger guy, but you need to gauge that for yourself, obviously. Also, this bad boy is twisted up, so we're gonna try and fix that. There we go. All right, so how I do it, we wanna get it around the waist, jump into a kind of a squat-ish position, clip it, so now it's on us. We wanna make sure we're comfortable, and then we get into the implement. Ooh, my calf is cramping. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Quite possibly the worst calf cramp I've ever had in my life. Oh my God. Oh. Woo. Woo. Hey, put me on a gym fail video. Oh my God. Wow. All right, well, that was a good demonstration of what not to do. I don't know if you can even see me on the camera. Oh my goodness. I've never cramped worse. Oh, damn. Whew. Okay. Take 2. Oh. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe I'm a touch dehydrated. Ooh. Oh. All right, I'm gonna take a second, try and work this thing out, and then we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, take 2. Oh my God. I was just talking about how I don't love training in the summer. That's the reason why. Gotta hydrate, folks. All right, we're gonna try this again. If I cramp again, it may just be not our day today. So I'm gonna try and reset this just a little bit, because I think it was a little twisted, which caused just a touch of instability and uncomfort. Okay, boys, pray for me as I wire in. I feel like I'm about to jump off Mount Kilimanjaro. It's not that serious. Okay, I'm gonna plant my right leg, which was the one that cramped, And then hopefully, ooh, no, I don't know about this. Okay, we'll see. I might cut depth just a little bit, but we're in without cramping. The other thing I want to say is don't pull yourself up with the top handles. Just a light touch. It's a little painful. I might just drop the weight because I don't want to. Worst case scenario, is it starting to move down into my Achilles, and you can recover from a calf cramp. An Achilles tear, not so much. So probably take a 45 off and just try and work through the movement. Still feel a little bit of tension in the calf / Achilles area, but this is very light relative to what I normally do. So we will give this a shot. Like I said, plant with the right foot first, make sure our feet are lined up, get into a half squat position, clip on, extend, pull back, squat. It's okay, still feel it. I don't know how to feel. I felt it on every rep, but I wouldn't say it was painful. These are the types of things you have to monitor and mitigate. Just stretching out just a little bit. The problem is the pain is not really isolated in the calf. It's more isolated towards the top of my Achilles tendon. So we may just do one more set and then jump to leg press, which is a little bit more stability. I don't know, we'll see. See how I feel. I'll go through a normal rest period. Woo! I'm so glad I got my own gym fail. I think the closest I've ever come to a gym fail was when I misloaded the deadlifts. That was a full-on fail. But my body failed me. It wasn't like I was doing something stupid. I'll take it. Time for a little bad news, good news. Bad news. Both calves are now cramping. Good news, they're not terrible. So we're gonna just switch to the leg press and see if that gives us a little bit more stability, a little bit more control. I've got it very, very light here. Just getting into the thing is kind of tough. Oh my God. I'm falling apart at the seams. All right, set number 1. Let's do it. Super light. Woo. We made it. So the great thing about either on a warm-up or on a working set, if your weight is a little bit lighter, is you can still get great stimulus. You just have to put in the effort. You have to put forth the effort to go slow, controlled, to stay in the muscle, to stay in the movement. With heavyweight, it's very easy to do that because it's heavy. You're like, oh God, this will kill me if I don't pay attention. A lot of times with lighter weights, a lot of people will say, oh yeah, it's light, I'm just gonna breeze through it. Nah. Lighter weight, I would argue, is when it's more important to stay locked into the movement. So I am literally trying to just pull my quads off the bone as I stretch them down, while also paying attention to my ankle flexion and making sure that the cramp isn't coming. This was a little too light though. I'm gonna add another 45 and we'll see how it feels. But we made it through a set, no cramp on either side. I count that as an absolute win. Now getting out of this, oh my goodness. I'm like on the verge of a calf cramp with every step. Yikes. All right, this is gonna be the last set. It's just not going away. It's not a strain or anything, it's just a really bad cramp. I've had these in the past. And I need to learn to cut my losses. you know, no competition coming up, no PR test coming up, just work. So it's frustrating, but it is what it is. So I added a 45 on each side. Same thing though, I'm gonna stay as locked into the movement as possible. Pauses, tempo, all the stuff I've said before, man, it makes an easy set harder so that you can get through work without putting yourself in a compromised position if you're dealing with a tweak or an injury or anything like that. Don't quit, modify, stay in the fight, don't quit. I'm telling you that as much as I'm telling myself that. Last exercise of the day, leg extensions. Don't need my calf for this, so that's positive. We'll see how it feels. Feels good. All right, my friends, what a day it was. Overall, not bad. I mean, I got some decent work in. My calf still hurts. I talked to a couple people in there, couple voices that I trust. So the thing is, I'm cutting right now, right? Because I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was a little too high. I already had plans to lose weight. So I was like, okay, perfect. I'll lose some weight, my blood pressure will come down. She said, also monitor your salt intake. I said, yeah, you know, I sweat a lot. She was like, just do it for me. I was like, okay, you're a doctor. I'm gonna do what you tell me to. Now, the issue with that is I sweat like crazy. Like I sweat through a shirt and a half basically on a leg day. I've weighed myself in the gym pre and post, and I've lost between like 8 and 10 pounds on a given like summer session. So that's a ton of electrolytes that I'm losing through my sweat that when I am on a deficit, I am not replenishing. So I was talking to my old coach and my future coach, hint, hint, we're getting back into it, but that's for a later video. And, you know, he's a nutrition coach as well, like me. And we were just like shooting different ideas about how to get the electrolytes in without the calories. So I'm going to start, you know, go back to the protocol that I was doing when I lost like 70 pounds, where I was intaking salt through salt packets. Trioral is the name of the packet. But you can use basically anything you want. I like Trioral because it's got a lot of sodium in it, you know, more so than any of the liquid IVs or Element or anything like that. And it, you know, it doesn't taste terrible, so I'll take it. But I just need to be more proactive with my sodium and my electrolyte intake, even though I'm, you know, eating cleaner, I'm losing a lot of sodium through the food that I'm not intaking. Now I need to replace that. So lesson learned, got to get better. We will get better. But, you know, overall, good day. My squat felt really good. I'm so excited I can probably squat with a straight bar again when I switch programs. So super pumped. We got one more vlog on this current program on the 70s Powerlifter, and then we'll probably do a wrap-up video, so be on the lookout for that. If you want to see that, you should subscribe. Like this video, share it around. Get strong and stay strong.